apart from the SGR, I am also reviving the defunct Nairobi-Nanyuki railway line.
This is a promise fulfilled. The 240-kilometer Nairobi-Nanyuki meter gauge railway is back to life in a record 6 months since the commencement of rehabilitation works on the line. Vivo Energy Kenya became the anchor commercial client, with its first consignment of fuel arriving at the company's depot in Nanyuki on 12th August 2020. The depot has a capacity of 12 million liters. This followed a series of successful test drives on the route.
One of the greatest things for resuming the services between Nairobi, Thika, and Nanyuki line is to revive the economy for this place and to lower the cost of doing business, and also encourage both exports and imports from this place to be transported by rail.
Kenya Pipeline Corporation played a key role in the rehabilitation of the railway line.
It paid the Kenya government 1.8 billion shillings in the form of a special dividend, which enabled government to pay Kenya Railways to do that work. The total contract amount was approximately 3 billion, of which 1.8 was cash, and the balance was in kind, in labor, in engineering skills, in management, and in material.
Rehabilitation of the railway line started in January 2020 with a combined effort of the National Youth Service, Kenya Defence Force, and Kenya Railways.
The line was not operational for more than 10 years. Then there was a lot of encroachments. I think most people thought the line would never come back to life. So the people had interfered with the corridor, there was farming activities, people had erected structures, people had fenced off some areas, the stations were non-existent, they had been vandalized, the buildings. So basically we finished the works in June 20th, most of the works now, to make the line operational.
Technically there were issues, there were areas where the line was disconnected, vandalized, removed. There were a lot of mudslides in some areas, especially in Murang'a. There were some areas where there were washaways. So within 4 months, we had brought the line back.
The Kenya Defence Force was responsible for rehabilitation of railway embankment and formation. The National Youth Service did bush clearing, rehabilitation of the railway stations, and spreading of ballast on top of the railway line, while the Kenya Railways Corporation was in charge of geometric design connection. The railway cuts across 6 counties, beginning from Nairobi, then Kiambu, snaking through Murang'a, Kirinyaga, Nyeri, and ending in Laikipia County. But its impact will be felt beyond those counties.
It means increased economic activity. It means improved logistics. And you see, infrastructure is an enabler. The railway, the roads, they enable economic activity. So by having a railway that is operational, the movement of goods to and from the region, and even other counties, you can think about Isiolo, Samburu, Meru, Marsabit, all the way to southern Ethiopia, production will benefit from lower costs of inputs because the logistics is cheaper.
When this network of rail was established in this country, there was a reason why it was established. It was to serve the hinterland of our country. If you take the one from here, from Mombasa, Nakuru, one branch goes to Kisumu, the other branch goes to Malaba. All these were created to create network into the hinterland to make sure that the GDP of the country grew on a equitable basis. The same thing with this one to Nanyuki. And then more importantly as well, you know, Nairobi is what we call the Northern Corridor. This train to Nanyuki, it will go all the way to Nanyuki, which is near Isiolo. Isiolo is part of the Lapset corridor. And therefore, by having this link between Nairobi and Nanyuki, which would say it's on the Lapset corridor, it helps a lot in terms of now integrating the two key development corridors, Northern Corridor and Lapset corridor.
If you are putting up a building in Modagashe or in Isiolo, you'll be able to obtain your cement that much cheaper because the cement was brought in bulk by train. If you are moving cattle to Nairobi or camels to Nairobi, you will be that much more price efficient because you're able to move hundreds, if not thousands, of livestock in the one go. So it means improved efficiency, it means better, therefore better economic activity.
We have Baburi, who is coming on board because of cement. We'll be moving cement from Nairobi to Sangana, Kiganjo, and Nanyuki for Baburi. We also have other companies that are here and they are domiciled within Nyeri, like Almasi, Kamba Botwellers Common Limited, who are giving us business. We have Batuk, who are also ready to move their cargo from Mombasa all the way to Nanyuki through the rail. And then we have the most important thing that is happening here in terms of the commodities and the good agricultural produce that is grown within the wider Mount Kenya region, which includes barley, wheat, sorghum. We have cattle, animals that we need to move from this region to Nairobi.
On 12 August 2020, Vivo Energy received over 300,000 liters of fuel at its Nanyuki storage depot. The fuel was transported all the way from Mombasa on the standard gauge railway, then onto the meter gauge railway from Nairobi to Nanyuki. Petroleum and Mining Cabinet Secretary John Munyes was the chief guest at the grand reception of the cargo.
We are very excited that this is happening. So excited that we did this platform, I understand, and the rail in record 14 days. It has been pushed and you have agreed to work. Our MD has not been sleeping, but we are proud that we are here today.
The whole idea that we have today, as you see here today, is to convert this facility into a common user facility. And if you want to know what that means, it's a facility that can be used by anybody, which means any oil company that is willing to come in to put their fuel here, they can use it and supply the fuel.
We have an economy of about 2.7 trillion, meaning $27 billion. That is between Kiambu and Meru. And therefore, this is a fantastic investment to be able to increase the efficiency of our logistics in that region.
The mining sector that talks of bulk minerals, iron ore, manganese, and many other minerals we find in this region will benefit from this railway. Mining and railways go hand in hand, the same way this petroleum sector is going to benefit from this.
Vivo Energy will now be moving 5 million liters of fuel per month, with the numbers expected to rise to 15 million liters per month to serve more than 8 counties in the region.
This is a big win. We are talking about safety of products. We're talking about safety of people, safety of the environment, safety on our roads. We are talking about quality of our products. We are talking about safety of the air.
We are actually connecting rail transport, and from when it comes here, then that is transferred now to the other areas, so that then we don't overload our roads, maybe with the trucks.
One of the things that the government is doing is to designate Nanyuki as a fuel pricing point. That way, you can now count from here to where the petrol stations will be and then we have the full benefit of this installation. Yeah, and other people who want to also invest in fuel stations from here as the economy grows.
Pipeline network is already built between Mombasa and Western Kenya, to Nairobi and Western Kenya. It's considered the safest because the pipeline is buried underground. The next one is the rail. Currently, we have an existence of the railway line between Nairobi and Mombasa that is operational, and we as Vivo Energy are already using that to transport our premium product, which is Shell V-Power, which is not mixed with other products because it's a special product. When you put product in the railway, it moves unhindered and does not impact the many motorists that come. You know, the level of road accidents on the road is high. You've seen a number of incidents where trucks carrying fuel have had an accident on the road, they've rolled, and what the common mwananchi does is go to try to fetch the fuel. We've had catastrophes out of that.
Railway transport is also cheaper than road transport.
A rail tanker carries about 1.5 times what a normal truck will carry. Now that means, of course, the cost per liter is much less than the truck. So it brings us a cost benefit.
This has a trickle-down effect on the price of fuel, hence the benefits will be passed on to consumers and contribute to lessening the cost of production. The other benefit of rail transport is that it helps to save the roads from damage.
They can pull probably 20 tankers. Those are 20 trucks on the road. That means the emissions. That means our environment is less impacted when we pull product through the railway.
But the question many are asking, when are passenger services resuming on the route?
We are expecting this line to be commissioned, and immediately after commissioning we'll land the first passenger train. That is coming very soon. However, we have been moving the trains from Nairobi to Nanyuki along the route, but for us to start the official passenger train, we'll wait until the commissioning of this line is done.
Tumefurahi kwa sababu ya hii reli, kwa sababu hii reli itatuletea customer wengi kutoka Nairobi, kutoka pahali yote ya Kenya, na makianzia kukuja, si hata biashara yetu itainuka.
The train between Nairobi and Nanyuki takes about 6 hours, and some may be asking, why not use the road, which is faster? Well, benefits range from safety to comfort, apart from offering the opportunity for adventure.
This is something to watch, and I think as Kenyans we are more used to road transport, I know that, but I think this is a very good alternative, especially if we want to relax.
Seeing that joy, the jubilation, the excitement. I also saw an elderly man over the age of 80 waving, you know. That's what it signifies. It shows a new Kenya. It shows a connected Kenya where someone here just seeing this train can dream of going to the city, to Nairobi, and starting a whole new life full of opportunities.
To me, it's very exciting, the sceneries. And I believe the people who are going to be using this route will really enjoy it.